All right, and we are back with a new episode of Real in the Field. Thank you as always to Blake Means and Nate Taken for the theme music. We're coming off of a whole week of crazy trades and trade rumors and things come to fruition. It's one of those things where everybody has they're speculating on where people are going to go, and then in the end they go somewhere completely totally different.
Yep.
So there's some crazy ones that went on. What do we got?
Free agency. Here we go. We're gonna go through some of the big ones. We'll brush over some of the minor ones, but let's start off with the Bills. Bills spent quite a bit of money. They got Josh Palmer from the Chargers. He's a receiver. Got him for 3 years, $36 million. And then they got Joey Bosa from the Chargers.
What are the Chargers doing? Are you letting that guy go?
1 year, $12.6 million. But he has trouble staying healthy.
Yeah, I guess that's
Both
true.
Him and his brother do.
Yeah.
They get dinged up a little bit.
Yeah.
But then the other thing, so the Bills got 2 defensive linemen, $8.3 million for a year, and then they got another guy for 3 years for 24. Both of those dudes are suspended for 6 games for PEDs.
Oh, great! So
first 6 games,
great investment there.
Yeah. So if the Bills get better all of a sudden, like mid-year,
Yeah.
it's because maybe they got those dudes back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like silver lining, they'll stay healthy for half of the season.
Just real quick, the Browns, they traded for Kenny Pickett.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then they retained Myles Garrett. They got Myles for 4 years, $160 million.
Dude, all that posturing, all that, like, I want to leave, I want to get out of here. And they just were like, hey, back up a Brinks truck to him. And
dude,
what do you say now?
I know. So he got paid.
Yeah.
He got his dough.
Yeah.
Next up, the Raiders. The Raiders traded the Seahawks for Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And they also signed Max Crosby, so they retained Max Crosby.
Yeah.
For 3 years, $106 million.
Jesus. Is that
do I not watch enough Raider games? Is he that good?
I don't know. I honestly don't see it. I mean, if that's a piece of the puzzle that they just don't want to let go and they just like their hand is forced, but gosh, I feel like that's kind of overpaying.
So here's a hot take.
All right.
Don't know if it's going to be popular. I think he's more of a character of the Raiders than he is that big of an asset and player. Don't get me wrong. He probably makes plays, does a good job.
Yeah.
The little bit that I have seen him, he makes plays. He's all over the field.
Sure.
I get it.
Yeah.
The tattoos.
Yeah.
The look,
attitude.
the vibe, the attitude. I think it speaks Raider.
He oozes Raider Nation.
Just saying. What do you think of that?
I mean, if that's going to sell tickets, if he's selling jerseys, I mean, there is a correlation between like a player that you want to keep in your organization because he's driving in people to come see you, because that's what Raider Nation is about. But that's a hefty paycheck for that guy to pay for that.
I'm just throwing that out there. I think there's something to it.
Yeah.
Steelers traded for DK Metcalf, $150 million for 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in the league for a while. That's kind of odd to just like all of a sudden get that kind of payday. So you would think it would have been like when he was a little bit younger and still had some tread on those tires.
So here's another maybe hot take that's not too popular.
Okay.
I think he gets paid a lot because of the way he looks. Tall, well built, looks the part.
Yeah. Molded out of onyx.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. He's very good. He's very good.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is if he's up there with all the rest of the number one guys.
I mean, is it because he just wasn't given the ball? Is it because, I mean, Geno Smith was a good quarterback. He was like a game manager. He wasn't like flashy by any means.
He was good enough for the Raiders to want to trade for him.
Yeah, true. But is that because he just wasn't getting the ball? Like if you're looking at game film and just isolating DK Metcalf every play, is he getting open? Is he staying on his blocks? Is he an asset to your whole offense? And just wasn't getting the ball thrown to him.
Do you know what clip I think of when you say DK Metcalf? When someone threw a pick and he hucked the guy down from behind.
Oh, yeah. That was
That's
like
the first thing that pops
play
in my head.
Yeah.
Right. But if you think of other wide receivers, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, it's not them hawking anyone
No,
down. It's making great catches and great plays.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying about DK. Not trying to talk bad about the guy.
No, he's got some hustle in him for sure.
He got his payday, so I'm not trying to.
Yeah, good for him.
I'm not trying to.
He's got to uproot himself and go all the way on the opposite side of the country for it, but
have fun for that.
Yeah.
And then the Steelers also picked up Darius Slay for $10 million for a year, which I think is a good pickup.
Yeah.
Jets, my boy Justin Fields, 2 years. $40 million. Give that guy, the unproven guy, his money.
Get his paycheck. I think it's a good move for them.
Dude, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, it's a sinking ship. Like, what else? Like, might as well do something. Throw some kind of like lifeline at him.
Yeah, you tried the Aaron Rodgers deal. You tried Zach Wilson. You tried you're just kind of putting a Band-Aid on the...
No, they're just like throwing anything against the wall, seeing if it sticks. But, he's that kind of next generation quarterback, that style of like running and passing. So maybe they figure something out there.
Maybe found his home.
Yeah.
So that's that. Then the Patriots, just going to gloss over this real quick. The Patriots picked up 8 defensive guys.
Yeah, they Google searched how to win football games.
Dude, 8 different defensive guys.
Like going with that whole defense wins championships motto there.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And then let's go the Seahawks. Sam Darnold, 3 years, $100 million. What are you doing?
Good for him. I mean, good for Sam Darnold. I mean, maybe they see something that we don't see, but good for them. Good for Sam Darnold. Not good for like Seattle. I mean, if the last couple games was any indication of what this quarterback is going to be, there's going to be some tough 3 years ahead of him, especially like going up against. I mean, that game against the Rams where like what was it, like 9 sacks in that game? You got to see him twice a year. It's just,
yeah, dude.
You better count on put that into your equation on how many sacks you're going to be taking this season.
They got him some help. They went and got your boy Cooper.
Yeah,
Cooper Kupp, which you called a while ago that the Rams were going to let him go. So they got Cooper for 3 years, $45 million.
And that's good for Cooper too, to get that kind of like long contract, that many years.
Good money.
It's kind of I mean, as a Rams fan, it's kind of, sucky, I guess is the only way you could say it. Seeing your ex, having to see them twice a year, and see him in another uniform. When you saw him holding up the Seattle Seahawks uniform, it was very bizarre, very weird.
And he's been making like videos to like the 12th man or whatever they call it. Hey, 12.
Yeah. Like, pandering to that audience.
Yeah, for sure.
Look, I hope he does well. I think maybe those two will have a good like kind of rapport with one another. Maybe they'll get on the same page and they'll do something good together. We'll see.
Yeah. The Commanders, I thought this one was pretty good. They traded and they got Deebo Samuel from the Niners.
Well, I mean, I hope he gets his hands back.
but that's a good weapon though for Jane
for
Daniels.
sure.
I think that's good.
But Deebo, something happened psychologically. He kind of like something happened to him, and just he's lost his edge. He used to be this just like that. I think that name Deebo came from Friday, that movie Friday, like his dad nicknamed him Deebo because he was just like this little badass, like bruiser that would go around like, knocking dudes out. But that kind of went away. He was dropping passes. He wasn't as physical. He was getting a little like roughed up. And something happened. It was that whole, like we've said it before, that Ronda Rousey thing where you just get beat up and all of a sudden like you can't get your mojo back.
Which I think is going to happen to the Chiefs, but yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping for the Commander's sake that he gets his mojo back and can put up, some of those numbers that he did before.
Yeah, and they beefed up the O-line. They got Tunsil from the Texans to go in at left tackle. But, for Deebo, maybe just the change of scenery is what he needs. Because some guys, that's all it is. You need a change of scenery.
We've seen it before, a receiver that's just kind of like, lost his edge and then goes to another team and gets it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And big time Christian McCaffrey back in the day. When he came to the Niners.
True.
But all right, your boys, the Rams, retain Matthew Stafford.
Restructure that contract and figure some stuff out. Dude, I told you Kelly Stafford's not letting that family uproot themselves and go anywhere. You think that she's going to let him go to Vegas? Yeah, right.
She loves the weather down here. They signed Jimmy G for a backup for a year.
I think it's great. I think he, in the last game of the season, he almost beat a fully A squad or gold team Seattle team last year.
Oh, okay.
He's a good game manager, and I've said it. You can go back in the archives. I've always been a fan of Jimmy G. He's in some big moments. He's kind of like faltered, but he's just a journeyman quarterback.
Handsome fella.
The guy's a dreamboat.
He is. Wow, that guy. But I think he's a good fit for the Rams because he's very non-threatening to take your starting spot. He understands
he knows
his role. He
Yeah.
understands his position.
Yeah.
I think he takes it with some pride and does a good job with it.
Yeah.
Right? Where, some backups, you're like, fucking so-and-so's on the bench.
Yeah.
Like, so-and-so's chirping over here.
Right.
Like, I don't think that's his MO.
No, I don't think so. And I think he does a lot especially because of what he gives the scout offense, and what he shows defenses.
That's huge.
It's huge. And I think that he can, especially with a lot of the opponents that the Rams are going to be playing, save a couple, running quarterbacks. Like he can give the the scout offense, give the defense a good look,
yeah,
and really, help them to get dialed in.
Yeah. And then they picked up Davante Adams from the Jets.
Huge pickup. No, that wasn't, I don't think, on anyone's radar.
2 years for $46 million.
Honestly,
do you think he's that good still though?
I don't think there's any indication that he's not that good. I mean, that limbo between when he was with the Raiders and then went to the Jets.
Yeah,
there was just it was like a weird kind of lull, I guess.
Yeah, it was limbo for sure.
It was limbo. But
yes.
here's what, and if you heard that that interview that he did talking about Sean McVay and how Sean McVay was talking about breaking down his plays, and saying, here's what you do, and here's why it's going to work with our offense. He's got a game plan for him, 100%.
That's huge.
He knows how he's going to utilize him, and that's yet to be seen. I wouldn't even pretend to even know what the game plan is going to be.
Yeah.
But there's something, and I think the Rams have shown year after year the intention, whatever their intention is, and the reason why they went after X, Y, or Z, or when they go after X, Y, and Z, why they're going after that, and how that's going to benefit the organization and their game plan moving forward. I really feel like when I look at it, I think the Rams are trying to recreate that Super Bowl season. When you see Davante Adams and the correlation between him and an OBJ, that kind of threat, that kind of receiver, he's a very physical receiver. He's a big receiver. He gets open, and he's just he can be a deep threat. Same thing with keeping Tutu Atwell. They want that deep threat.
And you got Puka.
And Puka is kind of fulfilling that role that Cooper Kupp had, which is just that versatile every down play he'll get open. And in these tough situations, they are going to go. Matthew Stafford's going to go to Puka Nacua. He will become the Cooper Kupp. And he kind of has in the past year.
This past year, definitely.
And then, you have your OBJ to clean up in these big plays. OBJ had a huge play against the Ravens. It was a huge fourth down play. He was physical. He got open. I think that is going to be the Davante Adams is going to fill that kind of role. I really do think. I think they took the script from 2021, that Super Bowl season.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
And on defense, man. I mean, gosh, it's hard to fulfill the whole Aaron Donald's cleats, but
dude,
they're doing their damnedest to do it.
The D line did great this year.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We have the Bengals. Didn't do a ton in the free agency, but they retained who they wanted.
Got him.
They got Jamar Chase for 4 years.
Yeah.
$161 million.
Yeesh.
They got T. Higgins for 4 years, $115 million.
Good Lord.
Dude, they got D-line, B.J. Hill for 3 years, $33 million. They got a tight end for 3 years, $25 million. But dude, they wanted Jamar and they wanted T. Higgins.
Good reason, yeah.
And they figured it out somehow. So they retained those dudes. I don't know, man. I always have such high hopes for Joe Burrow and those dudes. But it's just, dude, you got to go through the Bills. You got to go through the Ravens. You got to go through the Chiefs to get there. It's like they've done it before, stacked. But I'm just saying it's just so difficult.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know how you like game plan against that. You're just like going up against like powerhouse teams like year after year, and how much does that weigh on you? How much does that like that grind? You know what I mean? There's no easy path. I mean, really for any of these teams, but
especially over there.
Yeah, it's just been so stacked year after year. But good on them for like putting those pieces, keeping those pieces in place and, really working to get those things sorted out.
Yeah.
Expect beer prices to go up. That's for sure.
For sure. The Ohtani effect.
Yeah.
Last two dudes we're going to talk about, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. By the time this airs, something might be coming out.
Yeah.
But Russell Wilson still...
As of recording today, it's still up in the air. There's some talks, and I think we saw posts of him in a Giants jersey.
Aaron Rodgers in a Giants jersey.
In a Giants jersey. We'll see if that actually comes to be. But
Russell, who knows? Who cares? I saw some video of him like working out at home.
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, it was so gross. I was like, oh god.
I mean, both of them are journeyman, quarterbacks. I think
at this point. But dude, what a fall from grace! Those two dudes, Super Bowls.
Yeah, Super Bowl contenders. Like having like year after year, just being like, people loved watching both of those guys play. Loved watching Aaron Rodgers play. Yeah. I loved watching him play. I mean, he was a dynamic player, and he would make things happen. He would, but as of lately, even his face mask has gotten different. It looks stupid now. He used to like look tough, and like he used to have a good face mask. What happened? All of a sudden, he went to the Jets, and his face mask is all messed up.
Well, I think he got rid of the old school like cloth Rydell, right? When he would like unstrap it and then button it back up.
Yeah.
You do the old Brett Favre.
Right.
Yeah. Every snap, just undo it and then buckle it up. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, he looks like an old man. Like he looks like a punter, like out there playing quarterback.
But dude, he could sling it still. But I think the off the field and the personality is now outweighed your production on the field.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. There's just something off with him personality wise. He's just got some kind of like weird aura on him, like in a bad way, not a good way.
Yeah. And he might be like a good dude or something, but like in an organization or a team standpoint, like there's something.
Yeah, there's some kind of oil and water thing, like when he comes in, that just like doesn't blend well. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it's going to take, I don't know what kind of team you would put Aaron Rodgers on to have him, because when you look at it, he has more experience than every locker room. Pick your locker room. He's got more experience. So does that kind of experience give him that like, that little bit of a cockiness and arrogance coming into it and this entitlement? Whereas if he came into an organization that had some veterans that were, more experienced than him, maybe it would humble him a little bit. But there is no organization that has that. Bunch of young kids, and is he going in there thinking, I'm going to show you guys what you should be doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're onto something. I think he probably does have a huge ego. They all do. Everyone does.
Right.
But he's literally on lists of all-time quarterbacks, and he's in the top 10.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, how do you not have a little bit of an ego no matter where you go?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. I think what probably hurt him a little bit is that Tom went to Tampa Bay and did it. Right? But, dude, you're not Tom.
Yeah.
And maybe that situation was a little bit different.
Yeah.
And trying to recreate that, like, trying to capture lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
Not going to happen for you.
No. And I thought you would think maybe having this experience with like, getting injured, coming back, rehabbing, having a shit season. You would think that would like humble him a little bit, but I don't think it has. I think it's made him more brazen and more like arrogant and weird way. You know what I mean? It's like he got punched in the face, he's bleeding, and he thinks he's the winner.
Yeah. No, dude, that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see where he ends up, but
Yeah.
I mean, my prediction right now is the Giants.
Giants, yeah.
But
I think it's seemingly like you kind of feel like, I mean, we've been wrong on some of these ones. Like I never would have thought Cooper Kupp was going to go to Seattle. Never thought DK Metcalf was going to go to Pittsburgh. But maybe some dark horse will come out, and snag him, and fuck up their whole organization.
He could end up at the Browns for all we know.
Whoa, that would be interesting, actually.
Yeah. But more than likely, it'll be Russell Wilson.
You think so?
Probably.
I mean, both of those would be an upgrade. Let's be honest. Like the Browns, they
are so snake bitten.
No, man. I mean, look, whatever quarterback you have, whatever player you switch out. I told you this earlier. Switching chairs on the Titanic. Really, it doesn't matter who you bring in. You're still going down.
Yeah,
and the band's going to be singing on the way down too. But I do think that they will benefit from having either of those guys, and maybe it is going to take an Aaron Rodgers to go in there. That's maybe the one organization where he can go in, and his experience maybe would help out, and change the kind of
the vibe in the room,
and the feel and the culture, the culture of this organization, because as far as everybody just considers the Browns to just be a losing organization, and maybe you need somebody arrogant like Aaron Rodgers to come in and change that up.
Yeah, I know a couple guys who would maybe like it, but we'll see.
All right, well, we'll see. I guess come by the time this airs, maybe we'll have our answer, and we'll see where either of those or both of those guys land. But lots of shakeup this past couple days. It's been really interesting, and I think it's all leading to a really exciting season of football. We're going to see some really cool stuff, and seeing these guys in new uniforms it takes maybe a game or two to get used to it, and then it just becomes oh, that's them. They're in that. They're on that team. That's their guy.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to see. All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with some
fast money.
Fast money.
Yeah. Family Feud, fast money.
All right, we'll be back after this.
This episode is brought to you by Cigar Spots. Cigar Spots is located in the Circle of Orange.
Yeah, they have all your big brands like Fuente, Padron, Tatuaje, Ilusión. I mean, they've got pretty much every brand that you can imagine. My favorite, my go-to is always the Tatuaje brand. I like the specific 2012 Sumatra. That's my smoke. What do you got?
I've been going with the Tatuaje Red Label.
Yeah, Red Label's good. So they do at-home delivery. You can place your order online, and they'll deliver your cigars straight to your house. Or you can order for pickup. You can actually order online, and then they'll have it ready for you. You can just swing in, put some hazards on, and go and pick up your cigars and be done.
And don't forget the promo code.
Promo code Tony Joe when you check out, and get yourself 20% off your order. So visit cigarspots.com and use that promo code Tony Joe. All right, and we are back from break. All right, what do we got here?
All right, we're going Family Feud, fast money, 25 seconds on the clock.
A crowd favorite.
Yes.
Bring it back.
We have 5 questions. We'll tally up your points.
All right, we're doing 1v1 over here. Me versus you.
Yeah.
Tally them up. Best out of 200.
You got to get to 200 in the real game of Family Feud. 200, you win.
All right.
2 people usually go. You get a set of 5. Then the person sitting behind doesn't know what your answers were and all that.
So we're doing 10 questions.
You're getting 10. I'm getting 10.
Good, gotcha.
All right. Okay, 25 seconds on the clock.
All right.
I'll start the clock after I finish the first question.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Name something you might see a commercial for during a baseball game.
Beer.
Name a Marvel Avenger.
Iron Man.
Name something that might be full of holes.
Cheese.
Name a type of building where it always seems to be cold.
Igloo.
Name something specific about Mickey Mouse or that other mice might make fun of.
Ears. I remember that one.
God damn it. All right. Something you might see a commercial for, a baseball game. You said
Beer.
That's
like number one.
No, that's worth 4.
What?
4.
Oh, come on.
Number 1 is a car or a truck.
Oh, geez.
And then number 2 was baseball equipment. Then third was baseball game tickets.
All right. There's no way. I'll count them the next baseball game.
Oh, all right.
I'll suffer through an Angels game so I can count the commercials.
Okay, next one was name a Marvel Avenger. You said
Iron Man. That's got to be number 1.
Iron Man, 22 points.
Ooh, that is not good.
Not bad, not bad. That was the number 1 answer.
It was.
It was tied with Captain America.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Name something that might be full of holes. And you said
cheese.
Swiss cheese, number 1 for
nice.
40 points.
Nice.
After that was clothes or socks.
Oh, sure.
Next one, name a type of building where it always seems to be cold.
Listen, an igloo is a building.
Dude, igloo's on there. You got 2 points. It was the last answer.
Wow.
It was the last answer. So number 1 was doctor's office.
That makes sense.
For 44 points.
That makes sense.
The next one was work for 19.
Oh, yeah.
After that was classroom 14, DMV for 4, hotel room for 4, and then igloo for 2. Name something specific about Mickey Mouse that other mice might make fun of. The gigantic ears.
Those ears.
36 points.
Oh, I was off by 1.
36 points. That gives you 104. That's a good start. That's a good start. You're halfway there to the goal.
All right.
My turn?
Your turn. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Name something people do right before bed.
Brush your teeth.
Name a reason someone might wake up in the middle of the night.
Go to the bathroom.
Name something you associate with summer.
Hot.
Name a popular pizza topping.
Pepperoni.
Name a household chore people hate doing.
Trash.
All right, that's 5.
Oh, that crushed right there.
Yeah, that was some easy
Absolutely
ones.
Crushed
I gotta,
right there.
I gotta go and look through my questions and redo them here.
Crushed.
All right. Name something people might do right before bed. You said brush teeth. That is 35, the top answer.
Yes.
I got to make these a little bit more difficult. I'm realizing they're very easy. Name a reason someone might wake up in the middle of the night. And you said go to the bathroom. Yep. That is the number 1 answer with 40 points.
Thank you.
Yes. Question number 3 was name something you associate with summer. You said hot. That is not anywhere on my list.
What?
I've got beach, sun, ice cream, vacation, and swimming. Listen, you cleaned up on those 2. I think it's going to average out.
It's not on there.
All right.
Okay.
Name a popular pizza topping. You said pepperoni.
Oh, it's huge.
That was the number 1 answer. It's 45 points.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ. And then the last thing the question was name a household chore people hate doing. You said
trash.
Taking out the trash is the last one on the list, but it's worth 10 points.
Oh, dang.
Washing dishes was number 1. Laundry was number 2. Cleaning the bathroom was number 3. And vacuuming was number 4.
Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 130.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
130 first round for this guy.
Good Lord. All right.
Round 2, you're coming in with 104 points.
All right.
So you need a big round because I got 130.
All right.
So
show off.
Here are your next set of 5 questions. Ready?
All right. Ready.
Here we go. Name the most popular ride at a carnival.
Roller coaster.
Name something that's hard to do with your eyes open.
See underwater.
Name an animal you might see at the zoo.
Elephant.
Tell me a ball that's smaller than a baseball.
Golf ball.
Name a popular wedding gift.
Toaster. Oh, just got it.
That was good.
You got to ask those questions a little quicker.
Good. It's dramatic effect, bro. I'm taking.
Tell me something that is at a carnival. You're like, yeah, okay. Get through the question. Maybe I'll answer it.
You need time to fucking think, dude. Come on. All right, here we go. Most popular ride at a carnival, you said.
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster, 12 points.
I was going to say merry-go-round. What so that's different than like a Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, I know.
I biffed that on that one.
Ferris wheel,
Yeah.
66.
Yeah.
Carousel, which is the merry-go-round, right? Carousel.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing. That's 18, and roller coaster, 12.
There's not a lot of points there.
I mean,
top one was how much?
66.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Gosh. That
helped.
would have been a big one.
All right. Name something that's hard to do with your eyes open. You said
See underwater.
swim for 3.
What?
You got sleep or dream. You got sneeze. You have kiss and then swim for 3.
Oh, my gosh. Where do you get these questions from?
Dude, it's a reliable website. Name an animal you might see at the zoo. Elephant, number 1 answer, 30 points.
Oh, jeez.
Could have gone with lion, monkey, giraffe, or zebra.
All right.
All right. This one's huge, though. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Tell me a ball that's smaller than a baseball. You said
Golf ball.
golf ball, 70 points.
Oh, big bucks.
70 points. After that was ping pong, tennis, and then a gumball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Name a popular wedding gift. Number 1 answer, toaster for 24
All
points.
right. I'll take it.
After that was money, China-ware, silverware, crystal blender, and candy.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It's
you got
cliche.
it. Very cliche. Let's add it up.
All right. Let's see.
Finished off with 24. 243. My goodness. If we were on the show right now, you would be a winner.
Oof.
All right, 243. I got some serious ground to make up.
All right.
My first round was 130.
Dude, you cleaned up on that first one. I had to pick my questions a little bit better here. All right. Championship round here. So what are you down? 111?
113.
113. All right. Let's see if you can make this up here. You ready?
Yeah. Read them slow and dramatic like I did.
Name something.
There's just so much scribble, dude. I don't like. My eyes are jumping all over the place.
Oh, yeah. My eyes are going to jump all over the place, too. Yeah.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Name something you'd find in a woman's purse.
Wallet.
Name a fruit that's messy to eat.
Watermelon.
Name something that might be on your nightstand.
Water.
Name an activity you do while sitting down.
Watching TV.
Name a type of sandwich.
Turkey.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Was that good or bad?
Yes, it was good. Good
Those
Lord.
were good?
Oh man, yeah, I think you got this. I was looking at the answers like, you son of a bitch.
No way, those were good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, name something you'd find in a woman's purse. You said
Wallet.
that is a number 1 answer with 40 points.
Yes. That takes me to 170. Okay.
Name a fruit that's messy to eat. You said
Watermelon.
that is the number 1 answer, 45 points.
Holy smokes.
Number 3 was name something that might be on your nightstand. You said
Water.
water is not up there at all.
What?
Got
What
a-
is on there?
Alarm clock, lamp, book, phone, and glasses.
I almost said phone, but I didn't know how old these
Right.
questions
Yeah.
were.
No, that's a good.
I was
that's
a little.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So got
So
goose egg
0
on
there.
that. Name an activity you do while sitting down.
Watching TV.
That is a number 1 answer, 40 points. That just right there, I think, sealed it.
Oh my goodness.
And then the number 5 question was name a type of sandwich. You said
turkey.
turkey. It's the number 2 answer at 25 points. PB&J was the number 1 answer.
Oh, I like that PB&J right there.
Yeah, but dude, did you look at the sheet?
I swear
see it?
I did not. 215 plus 40 plus the 25 gives me a grand total of 280.
Jesus, that is
beat you by 43 points.
Good Lord. All right, well, yeah. Next time, read the questions faster, please.
Sorry. You did go pretty slow that last one. Sorry, my bad.
All right, good game. We'll call it. You'll win this one, yes, but you live to fight another day. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna play a little real estate game. We're on the theme of games today because it's the off season. We need just kind of some filler. Yeah. Figure out some stuff to do in the while we're waiting for the season to start.
Need some fun.
All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back after this. All right, this episode is brought to you by Pro West Electrical. Pro West Electrical is owned by our friend, who we went to high school with, Anthony Sabasco. He's got over 15 years of electrical experience. His company does panel replacement, do recessed lighting. They actually did all the electrical and the recessed lighting in my house. They do switches, EV chargers, Ring doorbell. They'll change a light bulb in your house if you want them to, if you pay them to.
That's right. And you can visit their website, prowestelectrical.net, or you give them a call, 714-306-1570.
Pro West Electrical, powering up your world. All right, and we are back from break. All right, Jay Mitch, we're going to get back on some real estate stuff.
Let's do it.
Just a quick little game of real estate prices. I mean, buy low, sell high. It's always the model that you want to emulate. So we're going to go through some of these sports figures and some of their real estate investments and how they've done.
Oh, okay.
Both in purchases, just straight purchases, and where some of their purchases, some of the money that they've made or lost on some of these real estate ventures. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to give you three. I'm going to give you multiple choice. You get three choices here.
Appreciate it.
You can tell me what the hammer price was on some of these houses.
Okay.
All right. First up, Michael Jordan's Chicago mansion.
Yikes.
Let me give you a little brief description of this place. This features a regulation-sized basketball gym,
Of course.
infinity pool, putting green,
Of course.
tennis court, cigar room, 9 bedrooms, 19 bathrooms. So you got the runs. You are dialed in at Michael Jordan's place.
You know his toilet paper? You freaking stock that place?
But it was on the market for over 12 years. They couldn't find a buyer for that.
Yeah, go figure.
So it was originally, I'll give you the original list price.
Okay.
And then you tell me kind of after 12 years on the market where it landed. So it was originally listed for $29 million, and that was back in 2012. Ooh. So 12 years on the market, what does that do to your purchase price? And it finally sold in December of 2024.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Was the final selling price A, $15 million, B, $12 million, or C, $9.5 million?
I would think it'd still be the highest out of those three. I don't see Michael dropping it that low.
Yeah.
I think he would. The guy's not hurting for money. I think he would, yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the top one, 15?
Top one was $15 million. So
I would
he's
say
not taking
15.
a dime under $15 million.
That's what I'm guessing.
Well, unfortunately, it sold for $9.5 million.
Oh, jeez, what a loser. No, sucker.
That guy, took a huge loss on that, or at least a loss from the original list price. $9.5 million buys you that many bathrooms. Yeah, so maybe not so great of a great on the court, but leave the real estate to some other people.
Dude. He has so much money though, dude. That guy.
Dude, that's a drop in the bucket. You kidding me?
That's not even. No. Gosh, MJ.
All right, number 2, Russell Wilson and Sierra's Seattle mansion. So they packed up their bags and had a split from Seattle. They bought the home in 2015.
Okay.
All right. I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown on their house. 11,000, just over 11,000 square feet. 180-degree views of Lake Washington.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. 164 feet of waterfront access. a large dock, a glam room, massive closet, elevator, and a lavish gym. So
An elevator
in their place, 2-story. All right, so they bought the home in 2015. Okay, they bought it for $6.7 million. All right.
Really? I think okay.
Yeah. So they also had like a piece of land that was next to it. So they sold the mansion and the land next to it. It was combined. Okay. What was the final purchase price of this property? These two properties combined: A, 25 million, B, 31 million, or C, 28 million.
Yikes. I'm going to go with the 25.
25 would have been a steal because it sold for 31 million
Jeez
in
Louise.
2024, May of 2024. They,
Jeez Louise.
yeah, I mean, talk about like making some money in real estate. 6.7 million is the purchase price, the original purchase price, and they sold it with the property next to it for 31 million. So forget
big.
whatever contract he's got, dude. This real estate venture was making him some dough.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And doesn't his wife, she makes like crazy money modeling?
She's a performer. I don't know, like I don't know if she's making any music as of recently or if she's touring or anything, but I'm sure she's got some royalties from what she's made.
Jeepers.
She was really popular like back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
All right. Sean White. He's got a house in Los Angeles.
Sean White, the old snowboarder?
Old redhead ginger snowboarder. So he sold his mid-century modern Hollywood Hills home, which includes 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a kidney-shaped pool, fire pit, and panoramic city views from floor-to-ceiling windows. He purchased the property for $3.75 million in 2018.
And it's only a 3-bedroom?
It's a 3-bedroom in the Hollywood Hills.
Okay.
I mean, this is prime real estate, like in the hills, like where anybody who makes it in Hollywood is buying property up there. It was listed in April of 2024, and the sale was finalized in August of 2024. Was the final selling price A, 4.5 million, B, 5 million, or C, 3.92 million?
Well, it's got to be 5 mil.
You would think, but those Hollywood Hills maybe didn't have as much gain. He bought it in 2018 for 3.75 mil, sold it for 3.92 million.
Really?
So not a huge gain, but I mean, kept its value. So maybe he overpaid for it in that first go round.
What if the fire or the fires had something to do with it?
Yeah, it could be the fire. All right. This one's just a straight purchase.
Okay.
All right. So this is the soccer player Neymar. You know that guy?
Yeah.
All right. This is a out of the country. This is far off in Dubai, a penthouse in Dubai. Soccer star Neymar purchased a penthouse in the yet to be built Bugatti residence in Dubai. The property, slated for completion in 2027, will feature a private car elevator with direct access to the penthouse, a private pool, and sprawling city views. The purchase was made in November of 2024. Was the purchase price $45 million, $54.45 million, or $60 million?
60.
Just under. But, dude, at that point, what are you like splitting hairs?
It's the 54?
$54.45 million for a penthouse in Dubai. But you got that private access that you can drive your car up to the penthouse.
Dude, that's so ridiculous.
$54 million.
That's so ridiculous.
Just think about what you could do with that money. And you're buying a penthouse in Dubai for that.
Not only for you to have an elevator, for your car to have an elevator.
Car's going to have an elevator.
That's so stupid. That is so stupid.
All right, last one. NBA superstar LeBron James purchased a Beverly Hills mansion that once belonged to actress Katharine Hepburn. The property includes a 13,000 square foot Spanish mission style mansion, so about 7,000 square feet less than Anthony Davis, an outdoor pool and tennis courts, and the purchase was made in 2020. How much did he purchase this property for? $36.8 million. 40 million or 45 million?
I don't think LeBron would bat an eye at any of those. 45.
He got a steal on that one for $36.8 million.
Jeez,
and you got to
Louise,
imagine
dude.
it's all cash. It's an all cash offer.
Absolutely.
You're like, what do you, in the inspection on that, what is he asking for credits for? Like, oh, hey, the doorknob's loose. Can you credit me $100?
Dude, that's insane.
$36.8 million. Just the real estate out there. That's like, how much money is in this real estate?
What would be his realtor's like?
Oh, his take home from that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe at a certain point, you're not paying on a percentage. You're just given like a flat fee.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking about like a 2.5% or 3% commission. That's like kind of typical for a transaction. I mean, dude, can't do the quick math on what's 3% of 36.8 million. $920,000 commission.
Well, just made my year.
Yeah, no kidding. You made $1 million in just one transaction. Good Lord.
That's insane.
I mean, I gotta imagine there's maybe some wiggle room on
insane. That is crazy.
The amount of wealth is like staggering. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, buy a house and sit on it. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Draft is like on the horizon.
We need it.
That's going to be the next big thing that's coming up, and see what the teams, how they're going to fill those holes in their roster. But yeah, we'll keep pumping them out. All right. Well, in the meantime, like and subscribe. Thank you as always for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.